bi-weekly or monthly. I got mine set up. And you can see all your numbers, your stats, how many emails are coming in, how many people are looking, how many people are clicking, how many people are converting, how many people are actually buying, what percentage didn't buy. You can set a trigger that if somebody looks at the email but they don't buy, it can send them these emails. But if they look at the email and they did buy, then it sends them this new thing. You can send out an email blast, but exclude only the people who didn't buy, so you're not sending the same thing to people multiple times. You can segment it out based off their behavior patterns and send them down different trails. It's crazy shit that you can do. Does it make sense?
Oh yeah.
So
it's clever.
It's very clever. So what you're having is you're creating automation, and you do all inside of Kajabi. You build all of this stuff on Kajabi, right? Or ClickFunnels, right? So once you get it all built out, I have a client, a coaching client that I did this with. We're doing a deep dive intensive. We were together about 12, 14 hours, and we did this whole deep dive. And he already had a YouTube following, and he was very excited, and he was ready. He was ready to get this thing going. So we sat down. I did everything I'm doing with you right now. And then we opened up the laptop. We got his Kajabi, we got his credit card. He bought it, and I helped him get his website going and showed him what to do. And then literally within 30 to 45 days later, he put out his first free thing, Ethical Bribe. And how you create free things is you want to go on Google Docs or Canva.com, Canva.com, or Adobe Spark Post. Canva's good. And you want to create a PDF download. So you can create like in the medical field, it would be called a free white paper report.
Yes.
A white paper. Depending on what field you're in, you would call it like it's your free gift. And you want to create several of these things. But in the beginning, you would just want to create one. And this would be the free gift. And so you're going to go on Google Docs, and you could put like an image of, we'll talk about medical marijuana. You could do the different strains. You could do the top 5 strains of medical marijuana to create anxiety, pain, relief, this and this. There's going to be 5. And now when you call it the top 5, based on your excellence research of everything that you know, people are going to want this, and they can't find this type of information everywhere else. It's going to be,
that's correct.
Everything all about it based off of, and you can even talk about like 0 to 30 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes, how you feel. What is you can create like a graph with the slope of the peak of the high of what happens and how it feels and how it tapers. What does it feel like the next day? How often, the intervals, should they micro dose it? And you could talk about this with each one.
Nice.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
And if you talk about, like, I'm selling it to you right now and it doesn't even exist yet, it's about to exist.
I'm excited right now.
So if you really sell this thing, you can get this thing totally for free. It's a free PDF download. Just go to my website right here and click the link in the description below. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and don't forget to go to my website and get the free download, right? So, and it's totally free. Just go there. So they're going to click the link and they go to the website, and then it's going to be literally simple. It's going to be some text that says, get the free top 5 strains of medical marijuana that are guaranteed to promote relaxation, anxiety, or release anxiety and tension, increase dopamine, and whatever, right? And it's medical, right? So enter your name and email address to get it below. So what's going to happen is they're going to enter their name and email. Well, they all want to see this thing, and you're going to have you're going to productize it too. So this PDF download people are very visual, right? You want to productize everything and make it look like an image. So you want to go on Adobe Spark Post or Photoshop or some type of app on your phone and actually create a little marijuana leaf, and then call it the top 5 something medical marijuana, and make it look legit, almost like a little CD cover or a booklet,
right.
like a if you go on Audible.com or Kindle.com, look at book covers, and it'll look like a little tiny book cover, but it'll be simple. And then it'll say PDF download with the arrow pointing here, and then you'll put it in something like myeasycovercreator.com. You get a subscription, or it'll cost $5, and it productizes. It's called a mock-up generator. It'll make it look 3-dimensional, so it looks like a paper, and it's kind of like peeling off the page. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when they look at this thing, it actually looks like a physical thing. People love downloads and physical. Oh, I can get this physical thing, and look, they love it, and they love little graphs and statistics. They love shit like that, and they'll put in their name and email address to get that from you because they feel like they're getting something tangible. You tangibilize it. You take it out of the conceptual and you put it into something tangible, and you manifest this, and you make it look real too. And it is real. It's a real thing, right? So they're getting this PDF download, and then you take that image and you put it inside of the Google Doc, and now it's like 5 pages of the 5 things, and then they get this, and it's valuable to them, and now they feel like they got some. So now you could also give them a free 3 video series. You know, put your name and email address to get a free 3 video series. It's 3 10-minute long videos of me describing this. Now, those don't have as much high opt-in rates. Opt-in means a name and email. Not as many people do that because it feels like work. I already want to, like, I got to sit here and watch all these videos. But it's proven that if you give somebody a thing. Now, I've been doing this free PDF download thing, and I get emails all the time. My buddy that I told you about earlier in the video that I coached, I helped him create the PDF download. He just had like a little PDF download of like a work order thing that he uses in his business. I threw it in a mock-up generator. It looked okay. I slapped it on the website. I was helping him. He's like, yeah, that looks pretty good. He put that out to his audience. He got 1,500 email addresses. People opted in and downloaded this thing in the first like 4 days, and they ended up getting 3,000 email addresses in like within 2-3 weeks. 3,000 organic email addresses, and was making money. I'm like, dude, I already made. He made. He's after the 30-day mark, second month, he already made $3,300 in sales off of a little tiny $65 to $85 product that he sold, and he was just selling it to me. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. Like, this isn't even fair. I've been doing this for years. How are you doing this? It's because he was giving them a PDF download of a thing. So I'm like, dude, that's it. I've got more higher level training since then. You give people free gifts in exchange for their email address, and then you get them on your email list, and now you start sending them regular email newsletters. But here's the next step. So you tangibilize this all, if that's a word, on Kajabi or ClickFunnels. And the next step is, how do you communicate with them to bring them into what's called the product launch formula? You got to create the product launch sequence, because you can sell them a little tiny thing, but it's got to be contained in a proper product launch. So in the next video, we're going to talk about the seed launch, the pre-launch, the pre-launch, the product launch, and then after the launch, and how by doing a product launch is what makes you a lot of money. It changed my life. Back in the day, I remember waking up making thousands of dollars when I was sleeping doing my first product launch, and how it changed my entire life and my conceptualization of how this thing is real for me, and how it can really, really be real for you. And when you launch a product, even if you only have like 50 people on your email list and you're just getting started, if you launch immediately, it's called the seed launch, it puts you on the map as, okay, this guy is a professional, he takes himself seriously, and he's got something for sale. If you condition your audience that you have something for sale right away, then they'll always know and be conditioned that you have something for sale. If you spend too long analyzing and you never sell anything, then 2-3 years later, however long you take, and now you got something, well, why is this guy trying to sell me shit all of a sudden? I just, you have to get them conditioned that you sell them stuff right off rip, and be very transparent about that. All right, I'll see you in the next video.